Wonderful news, Taurus. A lot of you Taurus are really beginning to see what I was talking about. So look, you have the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands, okay? These three cards right here pretty much sums it up. You, Taurus, are realizing that you were, if you can understand what I'm trying to say, you, Taurus, were, especially if your heart was in the correct place, you, Taurus, were always higher quality than the people that tried to play you out and make it seem like you wasn't. That was a mouthful. Let's get into it, because the Two of Swords represents I ain't gonna say the distant past, but the not so distant past. The mental jousting, the going back and forth, the power struggles of people being entitled, stubborn, stuck up, trying to give you a difficult time no matter what it is that you did with them, right? No matter what kind of value you brought, here they were trying to give you a difficult time, trying to play you out, trying to make it seem like you're not good enough. You don't fit this type. But the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Wands represents, but you fit that type now, because you Taurus, you Taurus are starting to take yourself more seriously, in the sense that you're starting to wake up. You Taurus are starting to realize that you should have more self-respect. And that if people don't really want to take you seriously, then it's okay. You'll just sit this one out. You'll be patient, and you will take care of yourselves while in the meantime, let those people that tried to portray like you were so less important, let them do their own thing while you sit back, stay quiet, build on the low while you ghost everybody, and develop that level of self-respect. Well, the Three of Wands now represents, now you have options. Now you Taurus have options. Because of the fact that you Taurus are finally starting to have self-respect, you realizing that not every person you are supposed to go up to and try to get to know for a very long time. So the Five of Wands now represents you getting some people that want to talk to you, but you Taurus now are starting to kind of either ghost or kind of just tell them, hey, listen, no thank you, straight up, I appreciate it. Or maybe not even try to exchange numbers with them even on the street anymore. Just kind of be like, oh, okay, thank you, I appreciate it, but no thanks, and that really shows a higher level of value. See, the problem why a lot of dysfunctional people have so much choices is because they put too much time into looking pretty or handsome. You understand what I'm saying? When you date people for value, when you date people for value and you have the ability to pay attention to value, you realize that a lot of people, that's all it is that they can bring to the table. And that not everybody that you Taurus approach should be taken seriously. Not everybody that ends up approaching you should be taken seriously. Again, outside, hanging out with my dog, taking my dog for a walk, a person comes up to me, my dog makes friends, person pets my dog, we have a cool conversation. I didn't even go for the number. I went ahead, said, hey, thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliments and stuff like this, Thank you, because I am taking care of my dog. I'm taking care of myself too. You have yourself a good one. I got the person's name, and I just kept it pushing, because not everybody deserves your time. And this is one thing that in order to raise your value, you have to understand. This is what I'm talking about, Taurus, when I say you have to pay attention, because not everybody should get your time. There are times when you don't necessarily want to talk to somebody, and that's when you should be listening to yourself. When you don't want to talk to somebody, you do not end up being dysfunctional and you let everybody do them while you handle your business or you enjoy your singlehood. Because a lot of times what ends up messing up a lot of people too, Taurus, is the fact that people will be around, right? And you will talk to people for the sport of it, right? You know good and well internally that you don't want to necessarily get people's number or exchange numbers with them, but yet you try to do it anyway. And then the person gets you to feel like you shouldn't have done it because they get you to feel like you were a jerk for trying, right? And then now you Taurus are like, why did I even try? You Taurus have to learn to start listening to that part where it's like, if you really don't want to engage like that, you don't have to. You don't have to feel like this person may be showing me a little bit of interest. I'm going to try to go for the gusto, because the Three of Cups represents those are not quality people. Sometimes those are not quality people. And if we're talking about being able to identify if people are really real like that, that's part of how you do it too. I'm not saying that's every single time you should do it like that, but that's a part of how you do it, right? You do it. Sometimes you dodge a dysfunctional person by listening to your gut and be like, you know what? I'm not necessarily really looking for somebody right now. You know, the Queen of Swords now and the Devil is about how, and you Taurus are now ready for anything because you're not pressed, right? Part of it was the fact that, again, even if you didn't want to talk to somebody, you Taurus still may have given them a shot. But now a lot of you Taurus are like, if you don't want to talk to somebody, then you just won't. And now the Devil is about how you realize that was something that was keeping you locked in. But the Ace of Wands is now you're free. You're free from feeling pressure to have to, when someone that would be physically attractive comes to talk to you, you go for the gusto and try to exchange numbers with them. Because now a lot of you Taurus have options, like I was talking about. So the Empress now and the Queen of Cups is about, so since you have options, right? Since you have self-respect, having self-respect in on itself is by definition you having options, because you have the ability now to slow down and pay attention to the quality of the person that you are engaging with from the rip, instead of looking at it from a perspective of, I'm gonna go ahead and try to ask this person for their number and exchange numbers and then go out with them and then see what type of time they on. It's like, no, it gets you to slow down. You know, it gets you to slow down. You know, and if you see them around, right? Let's just say you from the same neighborhood, or you from the same city or whatnot, and they usually take this, and you see them again, maybe you may end up saying, hey, what's up? If not, then it is what it is. But it takes not self-centeredness, because that's something different, but self-respect. So let's clarify the Queen of Cups to kind of give y'all a better understanding of what I mean when I say you have options, because you're not pressured to have to go up to every last person just because, you know, try to get their number. King of Pentacles, Emperor, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles for you Taurus. So this is right. So the King of Pentacles represents, and this will stop a lot of you Taurus from having a difficult time compared to how things used to be. Because what a lot of people would do is, a lot of people who are playing games will try to take advantage of you trying to constantly, you know what I'm saying, just kind of shoot your shot, so to speak. But now that a lot of you Taurus are kind of like, I'm a kind of feel them out for a little bit, and if I don't necessarily want to ask, then I'm not really going to ask. You know, and a lot of you Taurus have the mentality that you can be okay being single. This puts a block in the way of people that would have, or blockage in the way of people that would have played you, right? Because then they just feel free to sit back and not do anything and not try their hand. That's not the case anymore. The Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles now represents they have to understand that you have options. You're not going to be so quick to jump on anything that appears, because that's the key word, underline appears to be some sort of opportunity. And the thing about it is that the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles represents you Taurus will now begin to understand that a lot of people are socially awkward, in the sense that now that you Taurus are not pressed about trying to constantly look for opportunities per se. Now it's more so about how you Taurus understand that you will more have the patience to observe the actual person and their value. And it will help you greatly, because you Taurus will understand that if a person approaches you and it's off, not necessarily because something stupid like the sneakers that they wear, but something to where if they can't, like, just things in principle, like if they can't ask you for your number, if they came up to you but then they want you to ask them for their number, if it's that, you're going to be looking at that like a lot of you Taurus are going to be looking at that like, yo, like, so wait a minute, so even when you come up to me, you still want me to actually ask you, even though you approached me? So you'll be able to see something funny style like that, right? Like the fact that a lot of people are scared and they can't speak up, but then they want you to do the heavy lifting and speak up, but they're chicken squat to speak up. So that's pretty much it though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.